When I first started scalping, I thought more indicators means better trades. So I kept adding RSI, MACD, moving averages, everything that could confirm the trade I've added. But the more I've added, the worse my trading became. And it took me years to understand why. And in this video, I'll show you my exact scalping system I wish I had from day one. And it has nothing to do with indicators. Enjoy. Most traders don't lose because they lack indicators. They lack a complete process. A lot of the times, traders will start chasing trades. So something like this, the market has pushed up clearly towards the upside, and now you would be chasing the trade by entering in a random place like this. You don't have coverage for your stop loss. You don't have a good risk to reward. It makes no sense to do that. This is the first hefty mistake a lot of traders make. Then they might be in a situation where they learn a candlestick pattern. Let's say a bullish engulfing one. So what is a bullish engulfing? It's a two candlestick formation. Basically, the blue one swallows the red one, and it's an indication for a buy. And if you just did that all of the time, you will also lose many trades. Yes, in this case, you won this one, maybe this one. But what if you entered over here? You would have, lost it. What if you entered over here? You would have lost it as well. As you can see, loss, maybe a win. Maybe a little win here, maybe a little win here, even though it actually dropped down and you would have lost. So what I'm saying, if you enter too early without confirmation, it's also pretty damn bad. Now, sometimes beginners will trade messy charts. As you can see over here, there's no clear price action, at least happening over here. Very hard to digest. As you can see, there's kind of gaps in between the candlesticks. Nothing's clear. The push over here kind of, you see, didn't even react towards the supply area zone. It's messy, it's choppy, there's no clear trend. You want to trade a market that clearly has a certain direction. As you can see, dropping down. As you can see, this one going up. Very clear and obvious direction. Something choppy can be traded, but it's a little bit more advanced. You have to look at multiple time frames and actually understand the full context. If you're a beginner, stick with trending markets first. This is what I teach every time. Trending markets is where the money is at. So what am I getting at? You need to have a mindset shift. Scalping is not about predicting every single candlestick. It's about filtering for clean trades. So here's an example. If you catch every single move over here or try to catch, you're gonna get screwed over eventually because you trade too much, you trade emotionally, you're not waiting for the perfect moment. What would be the perfect moment over here? Well, the trend is, towards the downside. We need a supply and demand zone. Is there a clear supply area? Well, supply area zone would be over here because there was a destructive, let's say, candlestick towards the downside, clear push towards the downside. Nice little leg over here, and it's currently returning back where? To this area zone. So we have a gap over here. We need to wait until this gap actually gets filled. If we enter our trading position now for a short, it doesn't really make sense because we don't really have a obvious kind of area zone where there is market reaction likely in this area, right? So over here, if we enter, it makes no sense. We are just screwing ourselves over, potentially risking to lose the trade or have a shitty risk to reward. So if we actually waited for this trade, let's say short position, after the market touches this area zone, we can target, 1 to 2 risk to reward. So risking 100 to gain 200 back. Let's see what happens. Pulls back, actually goes inside this area zone. So it touches the full supply area and then kind of continues to drop down. Look at that. It actually retested twice. So remember, the best scalping system is not the one that gives you many trades. It's the one that actually keeps you out of the bad ones first. Okay, now let me show you a clear example. Look at this. GBP USD trending up, 15-minute going up. You can do hourly as well if you like. As you can see, broke past this kind of downtrend over here. So clear downtrend on overall market direction. As I said, you can use multiple time frames, 4 hour, 1 hour, 15-minute, 5 even, but I don't want to confuse you. But if you want to be a little bit more advanced, look at other time frames as well. Now, since we know that the overall market direction is bullish and we see that GBP USD is kind of shot towards the upside there's a clear area of demand over here, right? But this is where I'm talking about patience, right? Look, just let's play this tool. Look how long it could have taken you to actually place the trade. You see, the market is doing nothing and you would be getting frustrated. Maybe even, be placing random trades over here somewhere, entering in random trades and don't know, stuck in a trade or chasing trades, and this is where you lose. This price action that we have over here is nothing. This is useless. This is not where we want to trade, right? This is where a lot of you guys are getting stuck and giving these big brokers and big hedge funds your own money. You need to take the strength away from them, and the only way to do that is to trade with them. And the reason the demand zone is clear over here, because only institutions could have moved this big candlestick over here very quickly in the last 5 minutes, so much. Nobody, no retail trader has the money to actually move the market that quickly. So there is some reason, there is area price over here that hasn't been filled yet. And if it shot up so quickly, this price level is very important. And this is why you need to wait. And as you can see, if you got screwed over here somewhere, waiting, you are, not making any money. So look at this. It starts falling down. And when you think that, oh, it's never gonna reach this area zone because you're trading over here, it's so far away, then it happens. It happens most of the time. If you've been trading for a couple of years, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And look at this. Boom. It reaches this area zone. The confirmation is what in this case? Can someone tell me? Bullish engulfing candlestick, one after the other. This is a clear climb out of the demand area zone. So either you entered here or here, it doesn't matter. As long as you cover the demand area zone, you can take a solid one-to-one risk to reward trade in this case, just to target the supply zone. And then if the market continues to push up, you can target even bigger area zones. So let's just see what actually happens with this trade. It plays about a little bit, pushes up. As you can see, slight rejection over here in this area zone, but the trend overall is bullish rather than bearish. You need to remember that. And as you can see, the market continues to shoot up, and it actually would have been a very, very solid trade in this case. But the payment is patience. If you followed some random indicator, let's say a very popular one, super trend, it could have gave you buys and sells over here many times, and you would have lost all your trades. As well, if you don't understand what moving averages do, they cross every single time over here, and you would have sold and then bought and sold and bought. You make no money in these area zones, so don't even trade the chop. Trade the overall market direction. Trade when the market actually gives you a solid reason to enter, and this is when you actually make money trading. So some clear rules to follow: only trade the markets that are trending up nicely through multiple time frame analysis. Don't trade the middle of the move. So something as we saw over here, this is the middle, it makes no sense to trade it. It's choppy, it's shit. Don't chase the move. So if you see a candlestick moving something like this, as you can see, shoots up very quickly. A lot of people get this fear of missing out, syndrome, and then start buying over here, and this is where you get screwed because the market pulls back eventually or starts chopping, as you saw previously. And remember that skipping trades is part of this scalping system. You don't want to trade every trade. You want to trade the A+ setups, the ones that actually will make you money. Would you not rather be 100% sure that one trade is super good, everything is perfect, and then even if it fails, you're not pissed off because you follow the exact scalping rules? And if you follow this, trust me, your trades are not going to lose very often. I can promise you that. As long as you follow it nicely, you will be winning trades more than losing, I can guarantee it. So if I had to start scalping again, this is the foundation I would use if I was a beginner. Why? Well, indicators are great and I use them all of the time, but without this foundation, none of the indicators would ever work because you're missing the most important thing, which is market structure, price action. That's what moves the market. Without supply and demand, clear trend in markets, and understanding candlesticks in general, no indicator in the whole world will tell you that you should buy now or sell now. You can use them for context, you can use them for bias. This is the way I'd like to do it. But just following an indicator that says buy and sell is ridiculous, and you should stop doing if you are doing that. Anyway, I invite you guys to my trading group. We've been smashing the markets. Literally, I don't even remember when we lost a trade. So if you want to understand my system and actually trade the way I trade, link down in the description below. Or if you're not ready, then watch these videos next to learn more Forex trading. Peace out, Lions. Take care. Have a wonderful day. Stay safe and goodbye.